Will petrol reach 30 Rand per litre by 2025? What do you guys think?
Are we well on our way?
I hope not, but yeah, looking at the stats from where we started back in the day, I think there is a big possibility.
Maybe not 30, but we're really well on our way. And it's frightening.
I think it will go over 30.
Think so?
Yeah. Let me just give you
well,
some
it's
data.
frightening.
2011, 10 Rand and 9 cents, 9 Rand 30 cents. Okay, 2011, it's 10 years ago. Okay, 5 years ago, 12 Rand 35 cents versus 10 Rand 95 cents. Okay, the difference between today and last year. Today it's 19 Rand 54 for 95. Last year, this month, December 2020, it was 14 Rand and 59 cents.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, diesel, same thing. 35.1% increase in 12 months. So I'm going to ask you again, by 2025, is it possible that petrol reaches 30 Rand?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, looking at the stats, very much so.
Okay, the reason why we've sat down together with these fine people, Mr. Eddie Magale, branch manager at Mitmac Motors, and Anna Marie Meyer, group F&I of Mitmac Motors, is we want to give you 10 ways to reduce your fuel consumption. Okay, so it's inevitable, and due to, I think, pressures from government, maybe not enough pressures from electrical companies, forcing electric cars into South Africa, maybe not having enough electricity to power them, we are still going to be using petrol cars for
a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get into the 10 ways that you can save money on fuel, or you can rather save fuel while using your vehicle. Let's get into it. Number 1, use better fuel for your car. So
I would recommend use brands that we know. I think
Yeah,
they may be a bit more expensive, because
Yeah.
I know about a couple of places, but
but they've been in the business. I mean,
they've been in the business.
yeah, you see quite a number
Good quality.
of names that we've never known, we've never seen before. So yeah,
I've got an opinion about this. There's all these
Really?
customers that come to us and say, no, my car's injectors are blocked. Well, where do you live?
yeah.
On the farm, or Plus.
That, the non-brands that we didn't know I can't name the brands, but going to the farm and using that fuel,
So you're buying fuel from the Corporatie,
that's
Yeah.
exactly
and,
that one.
and you're driving a GD6 Hilux, which
That
is
I'm
designed
scared
to run on 50 ppm.
And that's my personal feeling that I'm scared of. Maybe I'm wrong, but
So-
I would recommend use something that try and test.
Yeah, and also remember, bigger brands have a reputation to uphold. There's no way that you find your diesel has mixed with water there. If you're running with those franchise, everything has to be on standard and it gets checked regularly.
And also, I suggest throw fuel at a petrol station that's busy.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to do the mixtures at night when no one is watching. So I think
It's a good point. It's a valid point.
if your car is designed for 95, throw 95.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it's
don't-
designed for 50 ppm diesel, throw 50 ppm diesel. I think that's
Agreed.
that's definitely a nice tip. Service your car at the recommended intervals. I think that's it's one that
That's the most important.
we recently evaluated a Mercedes-Benz G-Class Barabbas, $2 million car. The gentleman drove it from new, and it was on 75,000 kilos. And
Never serviced.
The car was never serviced.
Sure.
Okay, he lost a lot of money first of all.
So if you take into account how a vehicle is designed and the engineering behind it, filters get dirty.
Yeah.
Now everything needs to work harder because there is not enough fuel going through that diesel filter, petrol filter. So not servicing your vehicle, the spark plugs get old, it doesn't ignite properly, definitely increases the amount of fuel your car uses.
All the oil as well.
All the oil.
Sludge in the engine.
Yeah, 100%. Check your tire pressure.
Yeah.
That's very important because if it's not the right pressure,
So how much must your car's tire pressure be? And that's an odd question, and we don't normally know, but we don't need to know.
you don't
Open
need
your
to
fuel
know.
flap.
Fuel flap,
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
it.
Or with other makes, it's right on the driver's door.
Driver's
Yep,
door as well.
driver's door and fuel flap has got it in.
If the tires are too deflated, there's more drag. That means you're going to have to use a lot more fuel. If the tires are overinflated, that will wear the tires down quicker, and then you'll save money on petrol but pay it on tires. So the right tire pressure. Check your aircon, your air conditioner.
Don't ask me that, let the men do that. Because if I say, I'm going to say, no, that's
Um,
not a tip.
remember, the lighter your engine runs, the better. Once the aircon is on, it's like there's a mini engine that you've switched on there. And you can't run the extra mini engine at the same cost of just running your engine.
So what I find fascinating is people drive with their window open and the aircon on.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's stupid.
that's
Just
very,
do
that's
one
very
of the
special.
two.
That's
One of the two. So if you want to do the window, do the window. If you want to do the air conditioner, do it.
Yeah. Turn off the unnecessary electrics. Turn them off. If you're gonna be driving on the highway and you're alone, don't run the aircon at the back on full blast just as you are in front.
And the lights and the wipers,
Yeah,
when
everything
you
at the
don't
same
need them,
time.
especially with the newer cars. I mean, everything is linked now. The lesser you use the components in the vehicle, the lesser you'll spend on your fuel.
Will it
100%.
really make a difference on the lights? Sorry, I'm learning something now.
Not on the lights, but
No,
more
but
your
the
aircon.
conditioner,
Yeah.
That's the
Yes,
big part.
100%.
air
of it.
conditioner
So
definitely.
the air conditioner at the back, and I'm guilty.
It's an extra pump that
Are you
runs in
guilty
the
of that?
Yes, I am.
Are you one of those
But that's
girls?
why I said I don't want to answer that. 'Cause
Are your
air
windows
con-
open when you're
No, I
aircon?
don't do that part. But air conditioner, I'm bad. with,
Someone
not
with the
now.
sunroof.
Yeah, aircon on, sunroof open. Let's go. Reduce idle time on your car. That's exactly why when you stop at the robot, you hear everything is starting
Yeah.
around you because
Yeah.
it literally, it saves fuel. Now, it's very irritating, but it does save fuel. And if your car doesn't have it, and you like to idle your car in the morning for 10 or 15 minutes, well, then it will use extra fuel.
Yeah, but we learned driving with
Yes,
those
but
cars
I
where
hate start.
back in the day you actually literally had to let your car
And the
idle.
choke.
Yeah, you had to do that. You had to put that choke on.
But
Imagine the choke.
I mean, 10 minutes a day or 5 or whatever it is, multiply that over a month, it adds up.
I
And for the
understand
environment
stop
as well,
start.
So I think,
The environment.
yeah, of course.
That's it.
I think the biggest one over here is your driving style. So I've got a driving style
With
of
the
getting very quickly to the
left.
speed limit.
Yeah.
That's my driving style. I don't go over too many times, but it's
No, but
very
it's
fast.
about the revs that
Yeah.
we're pushing.
We also have an Uncle Dimitri. He can teach you how to really spend on fuel.
100%. So for example, our dealer principal used this bad boy behind us,
Yeah.
and he says that this M4 beast gives him 10 k's a liter, which I never.
Never.
I've driven 50 of them, and they don't give me more than 6 k's a liter. But my driving style is obviously not the one to save fuel.
But teach us about the fact that the 3,000 revs.
3,000
I
revs.
know a lot of people tend to just go
So,
every single gear,
so
and the skill is to behave on that.
yeah, so that's why most of today's modern vehicles, I mean, you drive a BMW, a new BMW that's got 8-speed. So the idea is to keep your vehicle under 3,000 revs at all times, even on the highway, especially on the highway. And that's why they've got more gears to run through those gears quickly to bring you up to speed limit under 3,000 revs. So
Okay.
that's a
and
good
that
point.
is the tip, I
Yeah.
think, is if people can understand that driving style, not only going slower
And not pulling
or
away
just
from
go-
3,000
that's
revs.
it.
So if
Because
you-
a lot of people now just hear the pod, don't go fast, but it's not about fast. It's about just moderate.
With the manual car, you definitely have to make sure of it. You can't be accelerating at all gears. You can't
Yeah.
unless you really have.
But I know a lot of people that do that.
So drive mindfully. That's the tip that we want to bring here as well, which is mindfully is I'm going to have to stop for a robot in 100 meters. So I can let go of the accelerator and cruise to the robot and stop, rather than stop on the last
All the
minute.
way and then slam onto the brakes.
100%.
Then you're wasting both the fuel and brakes.
Yes. Unnecessary driving should be avoided.
There comes the exercising again.
Yes.
Now, not only will you be looking at saving fuel,
But that's why I do online shopping.
100%.
Excuse me. But yes, why drive up to the shops up and down, where it's not needed?
if you can walk there or just cycle there.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Maintain your vehicle's aerodynamic efficiency. So this is for some of the spoiler lovers out there. And
And
you
the
know,
new trend where everybody is just carrying this
Truly,
this
Trailer
truly
on top of-
trailers on top of their cars. And I usually check there's never bicycles in there.
No.
That costs you fuel.
100%. If you've got a Thule roof rack and it's empty,
Yeah.
and your
But
cost
that's-
consumption is high, it's your own fault.
it's designed for aerodynamic,
100%.
but not empty. Because
100%.
why is it on there?
I get a lot of uncles that, force us to put, the scarp trolleys on the back of the bakkies and the big canopies and the big wheels.
That's
And then
more
they
weight.
mount. 100%. If your car is designed for 15-inch wheels and you've got 19-inch wheels that are the size of people with tires like
and
that,
that
it will
is
be
fuel
heavier.
consumption.
100%.
So those extra 5 pairs of shoes you have in your boot, that also can actually cost.
But I promise you, if you go and have a look now, there might only be 2. But it's there. So,
Go and do the math. The last step that I want to give the consumers is go and do the math. If you're driving a old V6 car and you are spending 5,000 Rand on petrol because you work in Midrand and you're moving up and down, go and do the math. How much will it cost me to buy a newer modern car that can perhaps give me half that fuel consumption at an installment where at 5,000 Rand or 6,000 Rand, it's 1,000 Rand investment, and I drive a car that's modern with new technology, with a brand new outlook of life.
With a service plan and a warranty as well.
100%.
but even driving clubs, I know a lot of people don't like it, but especially when you drive a long distance, a driving club
Yeah.
can save you energy, maintenance on your vehicle,
Yeah,
fuel,
lots of fuel. Awesome.
safety.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Everyone, if you've enjoyed this content, if you maybe learned something about fuel consumption, and if you agree or disagree with me whether the petrol price will rise to 30 Rand a litre and the diesel as well by 2025. If you like the content, if you don't like the content, hit the like button or the dislike button, whatever you feel like doing, but just hit one of the buttons. Also,
You can also subscribe.
And ring the bell.
ring a bell. You must ring the bell. So thank you very much and take care.